Okay, it is mid-December right now, and I wanted to show off the stockpile of wild edible plants, which I have in reserve as a winter reserve, and I believe I have enough to get me through winter. Um, and there will still be more coming, more root vegetables, especially as the ground has not thawed yet. I'm sorry, it hasn't frozen yet, so those are still, those can still be gotten, and I can still store up more of those, as well as some greens are still available. But regardless, I'll show you what I have now, and I'll begin with this. So this is just various dried root vegetables which have been dehydrated throughout the year, and I'm just storing them up in this jar. So there's that. In here there is dried mushrooms. These 3 jars contain dried berries and fruits, so I'll open one up. I don't really discriminate too much. I just put assorted berries in here. So this one you can see is not full, however, but it has elderberry and some mulberry in there. The other 2 are full. So what I would do is, as I was picking these throughout the year, I would always take a small handful aside for preserving, and that way I slowly built up a reserve throughout the year. These are aronia berries in here. These here are mostly apple, dried apple, as well as this is dried apple, but there's also some fruit leathers in there, which are apple sauce mixed with berries, pureed, and dried, dehydrated. So there's another container here with various dried fruits, mostly apple, some hawthorn, or haw apples, as I call them. What we have here in this container, what I have is dried greens, and in here also, this is dried greens. I'm not going to open that one. In here I have dried daylily. Those are the unopened flower heads of daylily, which are surprisingly substantial, and I like them quite a lot. Okay, now moving on. Over here I have a bucket full of dried acorns. That is quite a lot right there, and acorns are about 15 to 20%, 10 to 20% fat, so they're very filling and caloric. I have another bag full of them right here. So I have these 2 big bags of acorns, dried or dehydrated acorns. I also have this as a remainder from the grape harvest. I tried to make wine, but it turned into vinegar, so I ended up with about 2, maybe 3 bottles like this of grape vinegar, which is really good, and that has lasted me quite a while as well, but now it's coming to an end. And over here I have what I consider to be a great prize this year. This was a great harvest of black walnuts, or wild or American walnuts. This small box here, I have been eating these for a few weeks now, and I've only eaten about half of this box. And I still have this box, this crate, this box over here, this big box here, and this big box over here. And these are mostly dried now, so this should last me throughout the winter, judging by how long this small box has lasted so far. And over here I have 1, 2, 3 sacks of Jerusalem artichokes, which I've been eating from for a little while now, and I still have more that I'm going to be able to harvest this year. I have a few parsnips left over. I actually have more parsnips, which I'll show you, and there's a few more Jerusalem artichokes in this bucket as well. Over here I have the remainder of my parsnips that I collected. I had maybe 4 or 5 times as much as this. This, I would say, is like roughly 7 pounds, maybe 5 to 7, I think. So that's also something else I have stored up, and I've been eating these for quite some time, so they're almost done. Those are, again, parsnips.